When life gives us challenges, there are opportunities to grow, just like storms feed the plants and give us rainbows. Believe those who are seeking the truth. Doubt those who find it. The greatest discovery of any generation is that a human can alter his life by altering his attitude. Bad men rule by the feebleness of the ruled, and this is just. The triumph of weaklings would not be just. Tell them a lie big enough, they'll worship you as a sage. Tell them a truth big enough, and they'll mock you. Stop lying to yourself. When we deny our own truth, we deny our own potential. I don't want to be a tree. I want to be its meaning. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. If we don't change the direction we are headed, we will end up where we are going. If an apology is followed by an excuse or a reason, it means they are going to commit same mistake again they just apologized for. There are 1,000 reasons to live this life. Every one of them is sufficient. History, Stephen said, is a nightmare from which I'm trying to awake. Live out of your imagination instead of out of your memory. Vote for the man who promises least. He'll be the least disappointing. You cannot be fair and correct at the same time. Fairness, often, takes the lesser correct of the roads. Your mind must be stronger than your feelings. I was saying the right things, but not the really true things. The purpose of life is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for newer and richer experience. If time is precious, no book that will not improve by repeated readings deserves to be read at all. Respect other people's feelings. It might mean nothing to you, but it could mean everything to them. Reputation is what other people know about you. Honor is what you know about yourself. It is better for the heart to break than not to break. How you spend your time is more important than how you spend your money. Money mistakes can be corrected, but time is gone forever. There's no solution to life. There's going to be problems no matter what. If you remember me, then I don't care if everyone else forgets. When you are living the best version of yourself, you inspire others to live the best versions of themselves. Nothing is ever complete. You just have to get it close enough that it makes you happy. Molecules dissolve and pass away, but consciousness survives the death of the matter on which it rides. It is error alone which needs the support of government. Truth can stand by itself. I attribute my success to this. I never gave or took any excuse. When I look at my old pictures, all I can see is what I used to be but am no longer. I think, what I can see is what I am not. Perhaps what is inexpressible is the background against which whatever I could express has its meaning. Keep your dreams. You never know when you might need them. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Life is a bittersweet journey, my friend, a bittersweet journey. Never apologize for burning too brightly or collapsing into yourself every night. That is how galaxies are made. Success always hugs you in private, but failure slaps you in the public. It is when things are at worst you will get the best. People are always complaining that life's not fair, but that simply isn't true. Life is extraordinarily fair. It's just not centered on you. If you're waiting until you feel talented enough to make it, you'll never make it. If the emotions are free, the intellect will look after itself. I lie to myself all the time, but I never believe me. If you really want something, you can figure out how to make it happen. Conformity teaches us the value of our precious worth. A life isn't measured in hours and minutes. It's the quality, not the length. But better to get hurt by the truth than comforted with a lie. To be even-minded is the greatest virtue. Wisdom is to speak the truth and act in keeping with its nature. If you spend your life sparing people's feelings and feeding their vanity, you get so you can't distinguish what should be respected in them. The more we value things, the less we value ourselves. Start writing, no matter what. The water does not flow until the faucet is turned on. Embrace the truth that joy does not happen to us. It reflects our mindset and choices. There are no second chances in life, except to feel remorse. You are a wonderful creation. You know more than you think you know, just as you know less than you want to know. Don't fear big. Fear mediocrity. Fear waste. Fear the lack of living to your fullest. It's okay to not be okay. It's also okay to ask for help when you need it. If at first you don't succeed, remove all evidence you ever tried. The heart makes its choices without weighing the consequences. It doesn't look ahead to the lonely nights that follow. It is not needful for our dreams to be very grand nor very big. It is only needful for our dreams to be very shiny. Great is truth, but still greater, from a practical point of view, is silence about truth. Successful people tend to become more successful because they're always thinking about their successes. What I'm looking for is not out there. It is in me. Bring forward what is true. Write it so that it is clear. Defend it to your last breath. Life is what happens to us while we are making other plans. Perhaps home is not a place, but simply an irrevocable condition. People who work in an environment where doing their best is recognized have a better chance of feeling good about their work. I want someone whose heart is big enough to hold me. Once the writer in every individual comes to life, we are in for an age of universal deafness and lack of understanding. There's no backward and no forward, no day other than this. You fill your card as you go, and that's that. Properly practiced, knitting soothes the troubled spirit, and it doesn't hurt the untroubled spirit either. Anyone who doesn't take truth seriously in small matters cannot be trusted in large ones either. Happiness is a choice that requires effort at times. Our whole life is a meditation of our last decision, the only decision that matters. I like people who refuse to speak until they are ready to speak. Believe in your greatness, because what you believe is what you become. Life isn't about what you get, it's about what you do with what you get. Just keep moving forward and don't give a shit about what anybody thinks. Do what you have to do for you. Never give up. Things that you keep dreaming about will happen one day. Though the road's been rocky, it sure feels good to me. I don't know what's worse, to not know what you are and be happy, or to become what you've always wanted to be and feel alone. Memories were short and history unkind. It was the way of the world. Those who rest when they need to work will work when they need to rest. Do your bit when it is most rewarding. If your dreams don't scare you, they are too small. Our lives can't be measured by our final years, of this I am sure. Success is a lousy teacher. It seduces smart people into thinking they can't lose. Never let your sense of morals prevent you from doing what is right. There are two tragedies in life. One is to lose your heart's desire. The other is to gain it. Time is simply the measurement of human progression against that of existence. You are not just for the right or left, but for what is right over the wrong. The essence of life does not consist in the lushness of your possessions, but in the richness of your heart. Success awaits those who steadfastly commit to any requisite sacrifice. Happiness depends more on the inward disposition of mind than on outward circumstances. Success means we go to sleep at night knowing that our talents and abilities were used in a way that served others. If you think you are too small to make a difference, try sleeping with a mosquito. Life is never made unbearable by circumstances, but only by lack of meaning and purpose. Your life is a reflection of your thoughts. Think well. When there are many worlds, you can choose the one you walk into each day. It is an occupational hazard that anyone who has spent her life learning how to lie eventually becomes bad at telling the truth. If you want to triumph in life, you must persevere. Anyone who lives within their means suffers from a lack of imagination. Definitions are the guardians of rationality, the first line of defense against the chaos of mental disintegration.